We are officially out of lockdown, which means we can continue the ultimate garage renovation, part number 2. Well, we're almost out of lockdown. I still can't get a haircut, but we can work on the garage. So let's go. There's a bunch of stuff to do today. Before we get into that though, I did want to apologize for actually what went on and why it was so long to get another episode. So I actually filmed episode 1 way back in April where we cleaned up the entire garage. We got both of the cars out of winter storage and so on. If you missed that video, I will link to it in the description down below. But unfortunately, like a week after I filmed that video and had scheduled everybody to come and start work on like the garage walls, the insulation and so on, Canada actually had an explosion of COVID cases, and because of that, we went into another lockdown, which means nobody was allowed to work, nobody was allowed to come to the garage until now. So I'm super excited to get everything going, but let me explain to you what's going on. Mission number 1 today is to get rid of all of these old walls behind me. All of this old drywall is gonna go bye-bye. So we're waiting for one of those big garbage skips, one of those big dumpster things, to come sit on the driveway, and then we can start tearing all of this stuff down. I am super excited, but before we do that, I wanna show you one of my plans that I'm doing with the electricity. When you open up the garage door now, this is what it looks like. Super clean after the first episode where we took all of the junk out. Anyways, on the right hand side, that's where all of the business is going to be going on. Oh, side note, I did actually blow up my lawnmower, so I bought this. It's actually an all-electric lawnmower, so I shouldn't blow this one up. It actually works super well. Anyways, this right-hand side of the wall is where all of the really cool stuff is going to be going on. I want to pick up some of these big garage cabinets, but with a little bit of a twist because I want to mount a TV in the center where I'll have a PC in the garage so I can do some really cool stuff from here. I'll explain that in a moment. However, if you guys have any suggestions for brands or anything like that for garage cabinet / workshop stuff, please let me know in the comments down below so I can get some ideas of some things that I can get in this actual space. However, if we look to the left and up towards the ceiling, this is where our heater is going to be going. It's going to be a big, like, industrial commercial heater that we're going to mount to the ceiling that's going to keep the garage nice and toasty in the winter. So even if it's minus 30 and super cold outside, it's going to be super warm in the garage. Yes, I did write my name into the garage wall since we're ripping it down, and I cut this little hole where you could see straight through into the other side of the wall. A couple hours later, the man came, ripped all of the drywall down. I actually went back to work, made some Forza Horizon 5 videos for you guys over on my TikTok account, which was pretty cool. So this was super busy with all of this stuff going on at the same time. A couple hours of that later, and we've officially got no more walls in the garage, and I think you can see why it was so cold in here. These walls have nothing in them except for this tiny little spot. That is it. Anyways though, let me talk you through what we're gonna be doing in the garage now. So step number 1 is we're gonna yeet this concrete staircase. I've actually rented a jackhammer to get rid of these stairs. No, I don't know how it works, but we're gonna figure it out. But if we're gonna do this properly, I need to look the part. Much better. Health and safety will be happy now. The man at the shop said this should work, so I'm gonna give it a go. Holy shit, that's dangerous. So no, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing with this thing. I went over to Home Depot, I rented this thing for 4 hours, so I had to get cracking. Anyways, my plan with this mini handheld jackhammer thing was to basically take parts off of the staircase piece by piece so I could get it light enough so I could pick it up and then carry it over to that big bin and eventually throw it away. So after using this jackhammer for a very long time, I was able to crack off this tiny little corner piece and I could see inside of the staircase. That made me very happy. Yes! Anyways, once I kind of knew what I was doing and how to use this thing properly, it wasn't actually that difficult. I was getting piece and piece off of the staircase super quickly. I mean, it did take a really long time. Such a long time, in fact. My microphone on my camera actually died, so I had to go get a new one. That's how long it took. But eventually, after using this thing, I think for like 3 hours out of the 4 I rented it for, I was able to finally get the staircase to move and get it into the bin. Oh yeah, there was also a bunch of junk. There was a sock, there was a toothbrush, a bunch of mouse poo under there, and we finally got it thrown away. Anyways, the next day the electrician showed up, and this is what they did. Okay, so it's been a couple of crazy days between all of our garage renovation stuff and our Forza Horizon 5 stuff, which you might have seen, but let me catch you up with where we are. Obviously, all the drywall's down. You saw me destroy that staircase, and now all our electrical is in. There's actually some really cool electrical stuff. Some stuff I guarantee you didn't expect to see. So let me show you what the guys did. Number one, we've got some new plugs here, here, and over here, just so I can plug some more things in, which is always a good thing. This, however, is not a normal plug. This goes all the way up into the ceiling, and that's actually a Cat 5 cable. This Cat 5 cable actually goes all the way up through the roof into my office, where I'll have a direct connection into my modem down into the garage so I can live stream future content from the garage with absolutely no lag, which is super cool, which is something we're going to be doing in the future. After that, this big, thick orange cable, that is my future heater that's going to be going up and onto the ceiling. The lights up on the ceiling are now positioned perfectly, so you can see they moved a little bit from where they used to be. They're now positioned perfectly for 3 8-foot long lights. And then last but not least, the thing I guarantee you didn't expect, this big, thick wire here. This is a future electric car charger. When I was talking to the electricians, I was like, since the walls are open, we should probably do a bunch of stuff just to make it worthwhile. And one of those things obviously being an electric car charger. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna use it, but in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years, that thing's gonna be super important. Regardless though, I can now charge an electric car from in here, which is really cool. Any electric car companies wanna hook me up with a car for a little bit of testing? I can charge it now, which is cool. Anyways though, tomorrow the insulation guys are coming to blow these walls full of insulation, so finally it will be warm in here in the winter, which is gonna be amazing. Once that's done, the contractor guy has to come back, put all of the drywall back up, and then we can keep rolling this project.
Your call has been forwarded to a voicemail service that has not been initialized by the customer you are calling.
So it's gonna be one of those days again. Another problem for the garage upgrade. So the insulation guys were supposed to be here on Monday. It's currently Friday and they still haven't shown up yet. Not to mention the fact that I've actually already paid them over half of the money that I owed them to do all of the insulation and all the walls and the ceiling and stuff. And I think they've disconnected their phones now, which is not a good sign. So I think I was wrong. I mean, honestly, we've had pretty good luck with the garage renovation so far. The guy doing the drywall is awesome. The guys doing all of the lighting, they are awesome as well. But all it takes is one company to screw us over and it delays the entire thing. What sucks even more is that next week on Monday, the guy was supposed to come back, put all of the drywall back up, and then the electricians were supposed to come and get the new lights installed so we can actually see in here. However, there is one more thing that I can tell you that we're doing. Take a look at this. In the majority of garages, if they're a little bit older, if you look up, most people have something like this on their ceiling. That's what open and closes the garage door. Well, nowadays though, people actually take this garage door mechanism, take it all the way around to the side, and put it up over here on the side of the garage door. It gives your garage a super clean look when you don't have this big ugly thing hanging down right in the middle of the ceiling. So I know I wasn't originally planning on doing it, but we will be getting a brand new garage door for the garage as well, plus a new mechanism and everything. It should be super cool. A new garage door though takes like 2 to 3 months to order though, so it's gonna be a little while before we get to that, but but expect a new garage door install at some point in the future. It should be cool. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for the garage, please let me know in the comments down below. We still have a bunch of possibilities that we can do with this space, so please let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.